And it's nice to be back, isn't it?
Yes, isn't it? And in an action-packed programme this morning, we'll be talking to a woman who thinks she's a pack of cards, but we'll be dealing with her later. And we'll be asking the burning question, should Rupert the Bear get dressed?
We'll be meeting up with a very angry man who joined the AA 6 months ago, but is suing them because he still hasn't received his motorbike, sidecar and uniform.
We've got old Mother Brown on the show. That should be a right old knees up. And if a Mrs. Bell is looking in, we'll be giving you a ring later.
We'll be doing an in-depth interview with the recently crowned world champion litter collector, who says, I had no formal training, I just picked it up as I went along.
And we'll be speaking to the world tiddlywing champion who's just been disqualified for tiddling when he should have been winking.
We'll be talking to a man whose brother thinks he's a Ford Cortina. He would have cured him, but he gets £2.50 a week for cleaning him.
And a Miss Bigging, Christian named Charity, will be interviewed at her lovely country house in a special programme called Charity Begins at Home.
And we'll be talking to Frank Carson's old domestic science teacher, who thinks coq au vin is chicken on a lorry. And we were hoping to be talking to Jimmy Savile, but unfortunately his suit has been banned by the Noise Abatement Society.
And we'll be meeting a very angry Weights and Measures inspector who thinks all publicans who overcharge should spend the rest of their life behind bars. And we'll also meet up with a highly successful cut-price travel agent who advises everybody to take their holidays with him in April this year while the sheets are still clean.
We'll be meeting the top agent who's packing them into his nightclub by using Trevor East as a relief singer.
Yes, apparently it's such an enormous relief when he stops. We'll also be meeting up with the three top French film directors, Jacques Tati, Jacques Scruffy and Jacques Absolutely Falling to Pieces. And we'll be talking to an eminent Harley Street surgeon who thinks Marco Polo may have had a hole in the heart.
All that, as we said, in the crowded programme and an exclusive interview with Frank Carson, who denies reports that people are falling asleep at his concerts.
That's right. Apparently it's completely impossible to fall asleep when Frank's on because of all the people stampeding over you trying to find the exit. So it's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from her.
Bye, boy.
In a world that's filled with sorrow and you don't know where you stand, ain't it good to have tomorrow right here inside your hand? Baby, when I stand beside you, then I know where I belong. Wanna take you away and hide you, that's where I'm coming from. Stay with me, baby, don't let me down. Don't ever think I'm running, girl, I need you around. Whenever you want my love, whatever you're thinking of, reach out to me, take what you need. I'll never do one thing wrong, together I know we're strong. My love for you is guaranteed. If you don't want to stay, there's nothing more to say. I've tried my best to make you understand. Whenever you want my love, whatever you're thinking of, reach out to me, I'll take your hand. When I'm thinking about you, baby, get a picture in my mind of a sweet and precious lady, so generous and kind. Then I think of life without you, and it's more than I can take. If you gave me cause to doubt you, I'm sure my heart would break. Stay with me, baby, stay by my side. I can't escape this feeling, girl, there's nowhere to hide. Whenever you want my love, whatever you're thinking of, reach out to me, take what you need. I'll never do one thing wrong, together I know we're strong. My love for you is guaranteed. If you don't want to stay, there's nothing more to say. I've tried my best to make you understand. Whenever you want my love, whatever you're thinking of, reach out to me, and I'll take your hand. Whoa, give me your hand.
Well, there you are, another great record there, and another first for Tiswas. As you remember, boys and girls, we never ever tell lies on Tiswas. Johnny, of course, here has also got another record under his belt. Johnny, of course, you all know from that long-running series on Granada Television, Coronation Street, and we hope you all live to see the end of it. Well, we're going to continue. Now, Johnny, of course, sorry, I'll just read it. Johnny, Yard of Ale champion for Midlands first,
yes,
then Southern Region,
right,
and then, of course, you captured the All-British title 3 weeks ago.
Yes, I did. 8
Now, as you know, with a lot of children and it's the licensing, the pubs are not open yet, as we all know. All the people in the studio are sober. We're going to ask you to watch now a yard of ale, because we're not allowed to have ale in it, as it's not open to the children here. But you will show us exactly. Will you please time this, John? Just time this. On we go now. And go! Time 8 seconds. Well, there you are. Now we're going to attempt a new world record for Tiswas. If he gets this, he will, of course, be entitled to get the Golden Scroll, which is worth, as you know, well over £1,000. Yes. We're getting people writing in every day asking, can they buy these? Sorry, the answer is no. Unless you actually hold a Tiswas record, you will never, ever have the privilege of throwing one of these in your bin. Right. Well, now on we go, Johnny. This time pretty calm now. Here we go.
Ready?
A new world record.
Ready?
Oh, go! Fantastic. How long was that? 4 seconds. There, Johnny, here you are. Your Tiswas chairmanship. Well done.
Thank you.
And there you are. Many happy hours in Coronation Street, Johnny. And goodbye. Now, we'll bring you more stuff later on in the programme. The rubbish is just expendable.
Ah, dear, oh dear.
So what
Thank you very much, Frank and Johnny. Bring yes, a disappointing little routine. Never mind. It's worth
So
a
much
try.
for the yard of ale.
Must read you a quick letter, actually. My many friends and myself are absolutely disgusted and horrified by your programme. The cartoons are wonderful, but your treatment of children is appalling. For instance, on one programme, a small boy was singing, not a very good voice, I'll admit, but there was no need to take the rise out of him like you did. At least the boy did try, and he was only trying to get a message to his friends after all. After this, you pulled up another small boy out by his ears and then poked them. A most dangerous practice. All you give the children for prizes are old potatoes and cabbages. If you want to improve your show, be nice to the children and learn to grow up yourselves. It's signed Anonymous. Extraordinary thing. That's right, in fact, we do pull up children by the ears, as you know, on this programme. This morning is no exception. Here's one turn round. Here's one here. A nice little under-8 winner. What's your name, my love?
Sharon.
Sharon who?
Sharon Louise Gibbs.
Sharon Louise Gibbs, and how old are you?
4.
You're very tiny, aren't you? How tall are you? Any idea how tall you are? What's that bit of paper you keep rustling? Has it got names on? Names of people you want to say hello to? Is it? Whereabouts are you from, Sharon Gibbs? Where do you live?
Wallingford.
Wallingford? That's in Berkshire. I think it's in Berkshire. It might be in Oxfordshire. I think it's just in Berkshire. That's where I go fishing. That's where my Auntie May lives, you know. Morning, Auntie May, if you're looking in. Sorry, just
get
talking
on
about
with it.
yourselves. Anyone you want to say hello to off your bit of paper? Go on, Sharon.
Nanny.
Right, it's actually upside down. Hang on. Nanny and Gan, yes. Fine. Cool. We go to this every...
Mummy and Daddy.
Yes.
And Emma and Andrew.
Fine. Any more? I mean, you haven't actually read any of those out. What about Andrew, Emma, Nicola, Uncle Stuart and the AERE football team and all my friends in Wallingford? What about giving them a burst?
No, we don't want to say hello to them,
No
do
point.
we? No.
OK, fine. Hope you do better than I did, Trev. See what
The
yours
next
is
one
like.
looks like this.
A little Scottish one.
Morning. What's your name?
Isabel.
Isabel.
Boys.
From where?
Cabana.
Cabunny.
That's my son called Cabana.
Where about? That's in Ayrshire, isn't it? Is that in Ayrshire? Well, it's in Scotland anyway. We don't in fact just give them cabbages and old potatoes. You can see they get a Tiswas token here.
Carrots some weeks, don't they?
And the Tiswas t-shirt, the little goodies. What do you do with yourself up in Scotland then, Isabel? Have a nice time. You go to school. Which school? It's your class 2 of the primary, isn't it?
Yes.
That's what you're saying. Anybody you want to say hello to in your school?
My dad, my granny, my dad, my two papas, my aunties and uncles, my cousins, little Tommy and all my friends at school.
Smashing. Right. Thanks very much.
OK, the third one. A little carrot top. Up he comes by the ears, looking brief.
Don't be rude. Will you stop being rude about me? Just quiz
I
winner.
said he was a little carrot top. It's always
Not very nice.
people are always calling me Strawhead.
I'm freckly face. Look, you're all right, mate.
What's your name? What's your name?
Jason,
Who? Jason. Jason.
Queen,
Whereabouts are you from?
Warwickshire,
Warwickshire. Whereabouts in Warwickshire? You're not sure. Is it near Stratford?
I said none of
How are you going to get home?
Gar,
A naughty teaser. Possibly your parents may solve for you. Anyone you want to say hello to on? Ooh, probably camera one. He hasn't done much this morning. What he has done has been out of focus.
Hang on. The telephone directory's coming out.
Here we go.
Mummy and Dad, Uncle Adam, Gran and Grandma, Uncle Dick and Auntie Chris, Louise and Caroline, Gary and Derry, Auntie Edna and Auntie Elsie, Matthew and Crispin, and Claire and Christopher, and all my friends, all the teachers and friends at the first school.
Tell you what,
Lovely.
good work.
Well done.
You keep pulling my leg, what are you doing? Nice little person down there on my right. Right, here we go then, here we come, the usual old rubbish, here we go, potatoes.
Yes.
Here we are.
Plastic
Oh,
coat hangers. Whoa!
pink and blue, so we want blue for a boy, don't
And
we?
a pink for a
over
girl. There you
there,
are.
That's fine.
You can always keep hanging around with those.
You're a girl, aren't you? There you are, a pink coat hanger for you, that'll go nicely with your pink coat. What have we got here?
Cauliflower.
A couple of cauliflowers, there you are, go with your ears. Fine.
Good for your Sunday lunch tomorrow, those. An empty coconut.
And a flower pot, there you are, good work. Right, another satisfying- possibly a couple of carrots, sorry about sorry, silly
no,
Louis.
it's not
a couple
fell
of
down.
carrots and an apple, there you are, that'll shut you up for weeks. Right, so for you, cauliflower, coconut.
My knee.
Smart. You what? Fine. This is where things always get completely out of hand when you get these underage. And, we had a
Along the
coconut.
line, please.
Coconuts along there, some cauliflowers.
There you are, my love.
A tin of cherry
quick
blossom. That'll be
coconut.
very good if you're doing a
You got them?
musical or something, black and white.
Anything else?
Gardening glove. You got a garden?
Gardening glove.
Fine,
Yes,
there's a glove to go with it.
Carrots.
And some carrots, there you are, right. Oh, a few more
Be
carrots.
short over this side.
Right.
Apple and potatoes. There you go.
And some flower pots, there you are. Money, no object. The budget really quite extraordinary on this programme. All
Magnificent.
these golden goodies. Okay, are you all right now? Are you sorted out? Nice little person. Nice to have you on the programme then. Get off! Bye! And that's about it, really. I'm sorry it's a bit shorter than usual this morning, but we've had a good time in the studio. Thanks very much to Johnny Bruce and Johnny Nash for coming in. Thanks very much, Frank Castle. Good laugh. I love it when Frank comes in. It always makes me laugh. What? It's not the end of the programme. What do I think I'm doing? Well, I'm trying to get... What? We've got another hour and a half of this appalling drivel to get through. Get into a cartoon called Kit for Cat. Okay, well, all right. Well, I'm sorry. I don't know. Okay, all right. Well, I'll leave Monday. I'm sorry. Here's Sylvester, Kit for Cat.
Oh, fantastic. I hope you're all doing the dying flight home. Johnny Nash was in great form there, doing the dying flight all the way through the cartoon. And I hope if you were under 8, you were doing the dying flight clutching a pencil and paper, because now I'm going to give you details of this week's Tiz Quiz. In this week's Tiz Quiz, I'm going to show you 5 different objects that rely on their ability to fly, and I want you to name them. So let's have a look at those 5 different objects that I want you to name. Right, here we go. Well, 5 different objects there that can all fly, and I want you to name them. So if you knew what they were and you were under 8 years of age, put your answers on a postcard, please, and send them to this address. That's Tiswas, ATV Land, Birmingham B1 2JP. Please mark your entries, Tiz Quiz. Once again, that's Tiswas, ATV Land, Birmingham B1 2JP. Right, good luck with the competition, but now a big welcome to Johnny Nash. We've seen you a few times in the morning. We haven't really spoken to you yet.
Right.
How long are you over here for? I know you're in the middle of quite a long tour, aren't you?
That's right. I'll be here 6 weeks touring, and after the tour is over, I'll be recording a new album
Yeah.
and all kinds of nice things.
Everybody knows about you, Johnny, as sort of singer-songwriter, but I think a few people don't know the fact that you have, in fact, made 3 films and that you are an actor as well. How, as a musician, did you get involved in acting?
It's really a long story. It all happened a few years ago when I was doing a television show, and Burt Lancaster saw me on television and thought I would be right for a part in a movie that he was making called Take a Giant Step, and that's where it all started. After that, I did a movie called Key Witness, and recently a film called Love Is Not a Game.
Do you want to pursue the acting side of your career?
I love acting, yes. I would like to do much more of it.
And when you were doing Take a Giant Step, you visited the Caribbean, didn't you? And really was quite impressed with it and became one of the first American artists to record out there, didn't you?
Absolutely.
What impressed you so much about it?
Well, first of all, I think the weather captivates you immediately. And after that, the music and just the whole relaxed atmosphere, you know.
Well, one of the songs that came out of that time that you spent there was I Can See Clearly Now. Let's listen to I Can See Clearly Now, actually, which is a track off this album here, the Johnny Nash collection. Maybe you could sign a few of those while we, in fact, listen to I Can See Clearly Now, and we'll give those away a bit later on.
Okay.
Thanks.
I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. I think I can make it now. The pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is that rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue sky. Look straight ahead, nothing but blue sky.
I Can See Clearly Now from Johnny Nash. Johnny, is that one of your favourite songs?
Yes, it is.
Yeah?
Without a doubt, yes.
Right, you signed some of these albums. In fact, we'll give them away. The first three people who write in telling us two other Johnny Nash hits can have a signed album from Johnny. And I'd like to thank you very much for coming along to see us today. And Johnny was actually saying he's dying to do the Dying Fly again, so we'll see if we
One
can
more
arrange
time.
that a bit later on. But now it's time for an exclusive report from our roving reporter.
That's right, it should be quite something, actually, Frank. It's a bit of a big one, isn't it?
Yes, indeed. As I told you, on Tiswas, we never tell lies. Well, this week, of course, we are bringing you one of probably Hollywood's greatest stars who will be speaking to us in a minute. Of course, it's the incredible, effervescent, everlasting John Wayne. So here's a picture of John here. And we should be talking to John soon because we are actually showing him in a film as well. John, of course... Excuse me, Tank. Hello? Yeah. Well, goodness me. Yes, indeed. Sorry. It's President Idi Amin from Uganda, who is over here this week. He's a guest of the National Front at Southwark, and he's... Yes, indeed. Yes, you did. Yes, well, President Amin, of course. Yes, we're looking forward to going to your country. I believe you've got a new oven there. Heats it. Yes, indeed. And we'd also like to thank you for ringing the programme. And you would have flown over from Paris, only they couldn't get you down the barrel of the gun. Well, that's lovely. Thank you very much. And sorry about that mistake, but still delighted to hear you, President Amin, and delighted to hear you're still watching the programme. Yes, just a second. Yeah, well, President Amin says he doesn't mind being called John Wayne. Because he's a bit of a cowboy anyway. Yes, thank you very much indeed.
That's a bit of a...
That's marvellous, isn't it?
Let's say good morning to a few folks, actually.
It's a
Good morning
marvellous
to,
programme. This. I don't know how they keep it up, all these stars coming in.
Good morning to Derek Hill. He's aged 10. He comes from Wootton Underage in Gloucestershire and says, how do you make antifreeze? Hyder 90. He says, fine, thank you very much. And also someone from Folkestone down there in Dover in Kent. Paul Gardner, I think that is. Paul Gardner says, a little joke for you. One farmer said to another, morning, Jake, I see your lands are bearing a great harvest. My lands are hopeless. How do you do it? Well, replied Jake, it's quite simple, really. It's the way I till them. Humorous scaffolding.
Well done. And you'll be receiving in the post tomorrow morning the Frank Carson Award of the day. It's a small hand grenade. Yeah, so we should have said hello to a little friend of mine up there.
Right?
Yes, Kerry Ann Price. Now, Kerry can't see the show because she's blind. She's 4.5-year-old, and she's listening to the show with her granddad, I'm sure, Bernard, up there at the Rakes Hotel in Blackpool. And I'll be in there this afternoon to see Kerry Ann on my way home. So, there you are, Kerry Ann. She's lovely, yes.
I must also say good morning to Scott McMillan of Glasgow, Michael Parker of Braintree in Essex, and also Ricky Ellis of Kings Lynn in Norfolk. Good morning to you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we do say some nice things, don't we? And all those people who are watching the show, next week, of course, an elephant is coming from Chester Zoo that does conjuring tricks.
Fine.
So we're looking
Okay,
forward
let's move
to
on.
that.
It's time to meet up with Big John Wayne again, actually. This is a spectacular car case. Car
case.
case, or even car
Yes,
chase.
all right, he's
From
breaking
a
the
real,
teeth in for the
a
dog.
real all-action movie. It's called McHugh, and here it is. Here's John Wayne.
Fabulous. I love him. I love John Wayne.
Here's,
John Wayne's fantastic.
it's an all-action clip.
Yeah.
It's called McHugh, and it's John Wayne.
These programmes are rehearsed, you know. You've got to get in or else you're
So you
never
what?
in.
The telecinema scene broken down completely.
It's all right. If John Wayne doesn't come up, maybe Idi Amin will double.
We've got to go back onto the manual. We can't. There's millions of people. We can't.
Do you know there are over 30 people watch this
Gotta use
show
the
in
manual,
Birmingham
Frank.
alone? Well,
We're going to use the manual.
what does that mean?
Use the manual. The telecinema's broken down.
Oh,
Okay,
yes,
we're
sorry.
ready, right.
Here we go. Nice. Well, I've never seen that. This is really television at its worst.
Santiago. Gents, ladies, gentlemen, and the producer. A warm welcome to the Tiswas Fight of the Week here at Hairy Arms Park, the fight the matchmakers say without fear of contradiction you'll have never seen on live television before. There goes the bell. Round one. So it's into the first round we go, and it's from Australia. It's Skippy the kangaroo against Jonko. Jonko easily recognisable with a red nose and soppy grin, and Skippy the one with the tail. There, 3 falls, 2 submissions, a 6-foot hop, a belt round there with a tail, or a knockout decides this contest. Both men have really come out fighting right up until the start of this fight. Jonko's really been upsetting Skippy with a string of cruel jokes. One that really needled him was when Jonko asked him, what did the Scotsman say when he was locked in a lavatory? A kangaroo, a kangaroo, a kangaroo. Jonko's also been taunting him with threats of being forced to listen non-stop to Rolf Harris's singing Timey Kangaroo Down sport. So there's plenty of needle in there. The referee's got to look out for any blows below the pouch. But this kangaroo's really powering forward now. A right, a left, and another right. Oh, he's really going. He's showing no mercy at all. Since his last fight, this boy's really come on in leaps and bounds. Jonko's looking shaky on his feet, and who wouldn't be wearing shoes like those? He's looking really shaky, and he's down. It's a knockout. Hey, a quick up and under. And this young boy, whose only training's been dishing out thick ears to Aborigines, has taken the title. As we leave you then, let's hand you back to the studio for the second clue in this morning's tricky trail. And he's still going in again. Good grief. Right, our thanks there to Robert's Brothers Circus of Peterborough, who brought the boxing kangaroo there skipping. Interesting little item. They incidentally start a tour of the country on Easter Monday. They'll be touring about 36 different towns, so you can catch up with them there. Right, as I said, yes.
This is the producer speaking.
Oh, sorry.
Anglia Television didn't hear us for about 5 minutes earlier, so I think we ought to say hello back to Anglia Television.
Hello, Anglia. Sorry, you misters. Not bad judges. Right. Good work, lads. Right, we've got another tricky trail winner who's coming to collect all his skateboarding goodies, and your name is, mate?
Liam Draper.
Liam Draper. From Rugby. Hey! All your rainbow skateboarding gear there, all the safety equipment and the skateboard. Okay, there we go. Do you want a quick thumbs up to everybody at home? There we go. Got any mates watching in today, have you? I bet they're all watching, aren't they?
Yeah.
Right, tricky trail clue 2. Right, he is small, green, and constantly troubled by a pig. He is small, green, and constantly... Hey? I think we changed that one, but...
I think the Phantom Flanslinger has been doing something rather naughty there.
Yes, I do.
Read your clue out.
I'll read my clue out. Forget what you just saw on the screen. This is the second clue. He is small, green, and constantly troubled by a pig. He is small, green, and constantly troubled by a pig. Who is he? And name his creator. 4 skateboarding prizes and also a signed poster of Barry Sheen. Right, do you want to see a cartoon? That's a good job, because that's just what we've got coming up now. Roll, Telly Cine, Pat. 5, 4, 3. It's called Dog Gone South. All right, this do for you. Good luck.
And stay on!
Oh, fantastic. Oh, did you enjoy that, Johnny?
I most certainly did.
You don't get to do things like that on Coronation Street, do you?
No,
Not very
often.
often. Johnny, you've been in the series now for 18 months, haven't you? You only originally went up to do about 3, I believe.
3 months, yes.
Yeah. And
Then they said, will you stay for another 3 months and another 3 months? And they said, well, I signed for a year. So I decided to. Can't get rid of me,
That's right. Do you find that everywhere you go, people really take the whole thing terribly seriously?
Yes.
I mean, they do believe in it order, don't they?
Oh, yes, that's the trouble, you see. They think that I'm actually like the character that I play. Give us a chance.
Yes, right, go on. They really think that you're
Yeah.
Mike Baldwin.
Yeah,
You
they
get
do.
lots of kids writing to you and that, don't you?
Oh, terrific amount of children. Yeah, I got a lot of... The one little girl wrote in and asked me to make her a skirt
Yes.
because she couldn't buy one, so we made her a skirt and we presented it to her the other week.
Now you'll have lots of kids writing and asking you for more skirts. You've become a sort of like the Coronation Street heartthrob a bit, haven't you? Did you find that after all that thing with the Bet Lynch incident that you found that you got a lot of aggro everywhere you went?
Oh, yes. I was accused of being very cruel, throwing her out.
Yeah.
And Julie Goodyear, who plays Bet Lynch, she had various offers of places to stay.
Yeah.
And I was sort of the bad man all over the place. It was quite frightening, really.
I'm sure, yeah. You didn't get any little old ladies bashing you over the head with umbrellas or anything?
One.
Oh, you did?
One
That did
old
happen,
lady,
did it?
yes. Called me a beast. Hit me over the head. And then Julie and I were doing a PA, personal appearance at a hairdresser's, and this little girl came up with a bunch of daffodils. And Julie said, well, thank you very much. That is nice of you. Thank you. And she said, no, they're not for you. They're for him. You can take care of yourself.
That's nice. Do you get worried, though, as an actor of sort of becoming, very identified with one role, does that ever worry you?
No, not really.
Because you've been in other series, haven't you? You've been in Crossroads, No Hiding Place. You've been
No
in
Hiding
several
Place, yeah.
different things.
Yes, you see, when I came out of No Hiding Place, playing a policeman, I went straight back to playing villains. And I went into No Hiding Place because I played a lot of villains to play a policeman.
So you've always sort of rung the changes, so it's not got too bad. What about any advice, finally, Johnny, for any aspiring actors or actresses watching in? Any advice?
Yeah, become a singer like Johnny Nash.
And do it that way around.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks very much. And thanks for
Thank
doing
you
the
for
dying
inviting
fire.
me.
What an
Oh, that's
amazing
good. Can
dying
we do it
fire
again?
routine. But in fact, yes, everyone wants to do the dying fire again. I don't know whether we'll be able to arrange that a bit later. But first, actually, we have to bring you a dancing couple. They're sort of Tiswas' answer, really, to Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. They're going to bring you a traditional dance, which was choreographed by that well-known Scottish choreographer, Duncan Disorderly. Well, follow that if you can. There seems to be only one way to move on and get out of that dreadful mess, and that is to move on to birthday time. Right, and happy birthday today to Anthony Spencer of Fernhill Heath in Worcester, Anne Pemberton of Alton, Glyn Hewson of Aberystwyth, Zoe Reeves of Dudley, who's 3 today, have a nice day, Zoe, Mark Dillon of Henley, and Karen Hurst of Drayton Bassett near Tamworth.
Yeah,
And
unfortunately, we've lost Johnny Nash.
Oh,
He's
Johnny
failed to
Nash
take his
is-
cue.
Oh, there he is over there. Johnny!
Johnny, come and read this.
Oh, read
This is
mine,
your
me now.
moment.
Sharon Jamieson of Aintree, Liverpool. Stephen Holt of Grantham. Janet Davis of Oldbury. James Kirtland of Orstree. Darren Orme of Kings Norton. And Martin Peck of Chilwell. Right, Johnny, you know.
Yes, Christopher Hammond of Sutton Coldfield, Rebecca Heineman of Wellington Telford, Tracy Cross of Greek Birmingham, Scott Bradley of Francis Avenue, Warwick.
Thank you, better late than never. We'll go over to the other Johnny.
David
now.
Lemon of Sutton Coldfield, Lisa Stevens of Newport Gwent, Matthew Teal of Bewley, and Hannah Merrick of Gwent.
All that noise was because Christopher and Frank.
Nicola Ratcliffe of Southwark in Cheshire, Tony Hamill of Liverpool. Do a couple.
Yes, and Roy File of Nottingham, and Matthew Moore of Bristol.
And also Sarah Hughes of Burnwood. You all right, some people? Sarah Hughes of Burnwood. Angus Armstrong of Barwell, John Preston of Hall Green, Craig Tilley of Coventry, Deborah Washington of Headington, Dean Dolphin of Smallheath, Kevin Joseph of Dorchester-on-Thames, good fishing down there.
And Peter Clifton, yes.
Of Woodgate. Happy birthday.
Well done. Happy
It's
birthday,
12 years,
Peter.
in fact, since Herbie the car first appeared on the screens. But now he's back and he's actually going on holiday to Monte Carlo.
Marvellous.
Hampered just a little bit by the extraordinary Roy Kinnear. Here it is. Herbie goes to Monte Carlo.
I like it, I like this. I like Roy Kinnear.
Pushing the car won't help me get the cap off. Must have rolled. Well, pull the handbrake on. Door's locked. The window. Put your hand through the window. I'm gonna hotwire this car. We'll get the diamond at the garage. Well, I'm not waiting. Car, it's either you or me. to tell me that car started up and drove away by itself. No, and I'm not going to tell Double X that either.
Hello, welcome back. We're just about sorted ourselves out after a rather chaotic morning here in Studio 3. We've got a bit of a bonus, actually. You probably saw those lovely kestrels we had earlier on. We've got another natural history item now. These have actually been recently rediscovered. They're a form of life millions and millions of years old, like the coelacanth. They've just been rediscovered by a professor, in fact, from the north of the country. But in fact, Frankie couldn't make it, could he?
No, this was Professor Breen, who was...
beautiful looking thing.
Yes, well, he was, we'll tell the boys and girls, Professor of Oceanography at Toddington, up there in the Midlands, and who is now in charge of the fish tanks at Huddington's Chippy in Budley Salderton.
They are extraordinary. I mean, if you watch them carefully, they really are beautiful, aren't they?
Well, I think we better tell them what the names are first, Chris.
Yes.
The names of these fish are, of course, fleamers. Have a nice close shot at the tank. Now, they are not visible to the naked eye. Now, the thing about fleamers are, the police in all areas have been notified, these are highly dangerous fish. You can buy them, but only under licence from registered fish dealers that don't sell chips as well. Now, the one thing about these are, they are very vicious. Now, can you just use a piece of this copygope, which is a lens which fits over, just look over that, with that, on that glass here, through that, you can actually see them.
That's incredible.
Isn't it?
Incredible.
Now, you see the one
beautiful,
tooth,
aren't they? Yeah.
that one tooth on the left, that is highly venomous, and that's actually what kills. Now, a lot of boys and girls, they think, oh, I'd love to have some of those. Now, I'll just show you, actually, that these fish, there are 3 in here, 2 males and 1. Yes, I have to be extremely careful. Just in here, there's 1. Now, if we go down... Did you see? Goodness, look at that. These are highly dangerous. I implore you, boys and girls, please. Look, that's very painful, isn't it? For goodness sake, don't go in to buy these fish. They are highly dangerous. Don't throw them into your mother's bath, or she'll... Well, there you are. And your daddy's bath would be even worse. No Christmas boxes. So there you are. Thank you very much indeed. Now, hold on. We'll just show you exactly how vicious these are. This is an ordinary apple, which at the moment is out of my reach. I can't even afford to buy them. We're going to drop it in here. Once again, I'm not going to make a mistake. I drop it in there. Now that apple, you see you are, they're actually tearing you see that? They're eating lumps out of it. Now look at that there, can you have a look at that? Look at that. Well now that is absolutely incredible in the space of, can you imagine what it would do to your left leg? Can you imagine a footballer worth £250,000 in 2 minutes wouldn't even be able to hit a ball into the goal?
Fine.
There you are.
Thank you very much indeed. That was absolutely fascinating.
Well, that's what about Tiswas, the exciting things we bring you. Don't forget.
Shut up. Let's move on with a clip from Food of the Gods.
A kangaroo that eats those
fish. A horror story called Food of the Gods.
This is the producer speaking.
Hello. I wish I could get out of this. I didn't want to come.
It's actually the Slipper and the Rose.
I had another place to go. There's no money in this. I'm only doing it for the wash. So they get free soap in the thing, mate. That's a fair.
Here it is. It's Peter Matthews' Unforgettable.
I'm
the Slipper
shrinking.
and the Rose.
I've got so much work.
turning. Everything in life. Life.
Hey!
Ah, Slipper and the Rose there.
Well, you thought you
Total
called us
surprise
napping
to all of
there,
us.
didn't you?
That was,
Right.
yes, total.
You got any of those there, Sal?
Is it me first? Oh,
Hang on then.
right, fine.
Ladies
Dear
first.
Tiswas, at school I was doing swimming in our PE lesson, rather. I got a bit bored, so I did the dying fly routine in the pool. My teacher saw me and he thought I was drowning. He ran down to the pool and dived in to save me. He was a
bionic
bit
Tarrant.
annoyed when he thought I was playing. That's from Simon Everett. Well, thank you, Simon, and we're very sorry that you got into trouble. Got another letter here which says, Dear Sally and Trevor. Nothing to do with you here, Christopher.
Quite right.
It says, my little sister asked me to write and tell you how much she enjoys watching Tiswas. I like Chris Tarrant, but Conchita,
Bright,
my sister,
intelligent child. Oh,
listen,
sorry.
said something awful about him. Dare I read on? After he has had water and all sludgy things thrown over him, she thinks his hair looks like a plate of uncooked chips.
Disgusting. I've never heard anything like it in all
Very
my
intelligent
life.
child. Thank you, Anita Bell. We'll send you something.
Can I say hello to
uncooked chips.
Old Road Infant School in
You
Llanelli
sit
in
down,
Wales. Miss David and all the staff and children, especially Miss Nicholas Class 3 and Miss Baker. Even grown-ups, you know, sending loony photos. There's one from Mrs. Kim Binney of Peterborough who's sending a photo of her dad. I thought I'd send you a photo of my dad. His name is Caesar Smith, and he lives at Whittlesea near Peterborough. Caesar Smith, he's a professional artist. I'm not quite sure what sort of artist, though. Something sticking out of his ear. Anyway, he deserves a T-shirt for that.
Thank you very much.
Kim says, send all her love to her husband Steve. They've been married 4 months. Oh, isn't that nice?
So,
Right.
if you think football's getting rough over here, somebody sent me a couple of paper clips the other day, actually, paper clippings.
I'll get it right.
Visiting supporters enraged by a referee's decision at Gonzales Catan, 30 miles southwest. Thank you very much. 30 miles southwest of Buenos Aires on 17th of May 1971. Visiting supporters pulled out pistols and shot dead 2 soccer players.
Oh, nice.
I think it's rough at Villa Park. That really is quite extraordinary. We've shown a lot of people doing very noisy, horrible children this morning. We've shown a lot of people doing the dying fly this morning. We've got another one here from Dylan Reader. My sister's name is Debbie. It says, let's have a little look at this one. She comes from Walsall in Staffordshire.
Oh, fantastic.
This picture of my sister sunbathing, doing the dying fly on the beach at somewhere in Wales. You can't read.
That's super.
My dad took the picture, and I think it's worth a showing. It says here.
Oh, that's great.
That's right. Tell them why we're coming off the air early today. We're off the air at 12. We're going live.
We've actually run out of
live
material.
live at 12:05 to the South African Grand Prix, and we just heard that James Hunt, Nicky Lauda, and Mario Andretti have made the front row of the
that
grid.
second one, Nicky what?
Nicky Lauda.
Nick, what?
Yes, that's fine. An old one there.
A lot of you wonder, actually, you know, we talk about going on some holiday. We ourselves are going on holiday in not too many weeks' time. You'll be delighted here. But in fact, the fan flinger we just heard, the Phantom Flan Flinger, is actually going on holiday today! I don't know if we can see over there. They're actually just sort of packing and getting ready. There they are, the flinger family. Nicely, those delightful little children. There they are, ready with their pies they're going to have on the beach, aren't they? No, actually, they seem to be taking things out as fast as the flan flinger. Hang on, he seems to be losing. I don't quite know what's happening over there. Hang on a second. As fast as he seems to have lost his temper completely with his children at this stage. Oh dear, hang on. The other two don't seem to be doing a fat lot. No, he's trying to pack those buckets and custard pies very nicely. I don't quite know what that one's doing. Horrid looking. No, he seems to be dear. He seems to have lost his temper completely with that one as well. They're a funny family, actually. We met their mother this morning. We've now met the rest of the family. They really are pretty ghastly, actually, most of them. Anyway, they're getting ready. As you can see, there'll be no more custard pies the next 2 weeks on this programme. It'll be lovely, quiet, disciplined broadcasting. They'll be off, of course, towards blue skies and golden beaches. And talking of blue skies, because we don't just throw this programme together, as you must know by now, here is ELO with their latest single, a massive hit at the moment, Mr. Blue Sky.
Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you had to hide away for so long. Where did we go wrong? Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you had to hide away for so long. Where did we go wrong? so pleased to be with you. Look around, see what you do. Everybody smiles at you. See what you do. Everybody smiles at you.
Can you bring the boom into shot? You know, like you do on Crossroads. Can you bring it in? That's fine. Hello, boom. That's about it, really. That's about it for another week.
That was
Sorry, it's a bit of a
ELO.
short one. It was ELO. They're nice.
Hello.
It's number 7, I think, this week.
Mr. Blue Sky.
That's about it anyway for another week. We've enjoyed it. It was a bit of a short show this morning. We thoroughly enjoyed it. I can't imagine how we used to go on till 12:30.
I say.
Oh, shut up, not yet. Wait a minute, bring it back here.
Right, come back.
Right,
This
what
is
have you got
our
next week then, Sally? Here you
I'm
go.
not telling.
Go on, tell
I'll
us.
tell you what we have got next week. Jim Davison's coming back.
Hooray! I'll tell you something
Well, we
else.
haven't had a comedian on the show for a long time, so it'd be nice to see
This is
Jim.
true. We'll be very nice. We've got Andy Gibb here.
We've got Andy Gibb from the
We've got
business,
some
that's right.
rather
I like his
super
toothpaste.
surprises. You like?
I love his toothpaste.
Oh, we should try using it, Joe.
Not that one again. We did that one last week.
Not this old
Didn't get a laugh
routine. This
last
is
week,
some old
either.
material every
What else have
week,
we got
you
next
know.
week?
We've got to have a few
The Phantom
competitions.
Family is on holiday next week.
Yes, so we'll
lots
have
of
no
contests.
plans. Isn't that won't that be fantastic?
We
Cartoons,
should-
telephone calls,
We should have
all
the
sorts of goodies.
Nottingham Forest record
That's
next
right,
week as
Brian
well.
Oh, yes.
will be looking in. No, he's back from his holiday. Anyway, that's about it for this week. Can we leave you finally with some mirth and merriment from 3 of the unfunniest men in the world?
Thank you.
I say. What is green, has 8 legs, and if it fell out of a tree, it would kill you?
We don't know, Frank. What is green? It's got 8 legs, and if it fell out of a tree, would kill you.
Snooker devil. That's a cracker.
Players don't get me too, you know. I say. What's the difference between an elephant and a biscuit?
We don't know, Johnny. What's the difference between an elephant and a biscuit?
Well, everybody knows you can't dip an elephant in your tea.
That's the way you tell him. Humorous scaffolding. Come on.
I say. Why did the golfer wear 2 pair of trousers?
We don't know, Johnny. Why did the golfer wear 2 pairs of trousers?
In case he got a hole in one.